Hi everyone, Matthew here at AAWeatherWatch, taking a look at the weather through the course of the coming weekend, Saturday the 15th and Sunday the 16th of July. And essentially, the coming weekend will be a weekend of two halves. Saturday the most unsettled day, Sunday the drier, brighter and sunnier day of the two. Now, coming to satellite imagery, and whilst it has been a relatively dry start across much of the country, with some bright or sunny spells as well, as you can see approaching from the west and northwest, is quite a pronounced region of cloud on satellite imagery, and this will bring some outbreaks of rain and drizzle into many northern and western areas through the course of Friday afternoon and Friday evening. But however, the further south and southeast you are, then generally remaining mainly dry through the rest of Friday, with some brighter sunny spells. But essentially what this region of cloud highlights, stretching way back into the North Atlantic, is a series of weather fronts which will continue to progress across the country through the course of Saturday, bringing some rain and drizzle at times, but then clearing away into early Sunday. So let's take a look at the forecast weather charts now, putting the details onto the forecast for the weekend. Little to show you on rainfall radar, obviously, again, many areas starting Friday dry. So this is the latest weather chart for around about the middle of the day today. As you can see, it is dry across much of the country with some brighter sunny spells despite variable amounts of cloud. However, progressing through the afternoon, as you can see, cloud increases, particularly across the north and west, and then eventually, in association with that region of cloud on satellite imagery, outbreaks of rain and drizzle move into parts of the north and west in particular. But once again, the further south, and particularly across the far southeast of the country, then it should remain dry well into Friday evening, perhaps even still with some brighter weather here. Overnight and through into Saturday, and those outbreaks of rain and drizzle become quite extensive across parts of the north and west of the country, along with a moderate or fresh west to southwest of the wind. But it will be a particularly mild, if not warm, night, and there is a risk of potentially as well of some low cloud and hill fog. So we move through into Saturday morning, and unfortunately it is not the best start to the weekend. Many areas will be mostly cloudy, sporadic regions of light and moderate rain or drizzle at times, and again some extensive low cloud and hill fog is possible, especially across coastal and hillier areas of the north and west. Now, through the course of Saturday, and potentially some drier and brighter weather may well develop across the far south and southeast again, and if the sunshine does make an appearance here, then it will be particularly warm and humid. But otherwise, for much of the country, it is remaining cloudy, and through the course of the afternoon, further outbreaks of rain and drizzle develop across parts of the north and west in particular. This is the weather chart for around about 6 o'clock on Saturday evening, again highlighting potentially some brighter weather across the extreme southeast. But the further north and west you are, then the grey and rather dreary conditions with outbreaks of rain and drizzle will continue. So through into Saturday evening and overnight, and those mostly cloudy and damp conditions will filter further south and east across many areas. So we move through into Sunday morning, and the extreme south and southeast of the country may well be rather cloudy first thing on Sunday, with some patchy light rain and drizzle. However, that will clear away, and then through the rest of Sunday it is an improving scenario for much of the country. Majority of the day will then be dry with brighter sunny spells developing, the cloud breaking quite nicely through the course of the afternoon, and by the time we get to Sunday evening there could well be some prolonged spells of sunshine for much of the country, as the latest weather chart highlights. And this is in association with a region of high pressure, this region here building in from the west and southwest. So once again, it is without question Sunday will be the best day of the weekend. While generally not feeling as humid, and it will be somewhat fresher on Sunday, it will still feel pleasantly warm in the afternoon sunshine. So let's take a look at the temperatures now through the rest of Friday and into the weekend. Highs this afternoon potentially up to 19 or 20 in some sunshine across parts of the south and southeast, but clearly cooler further north and west as the cloud increases through the afternoon. As I've indicated and highlighted, through into the overnight period, a particularly warm night, minimum temperatures perhaps no lower than 14, 15 or 16 degrees Celsius, and despite the unsettled conditions on Saturday, it will be quite a warm and humid day. Maximum temperatures in any brighter weather across the extreme south and southeast, potentially up to 20 or 21 degrees, and again many areas of the country will have a warm and humid feel to the day. Through into the overnight period, and it will again for much of the country, perhaps with the extreme south and southeast where another warm night is possible. For the rest of the country, Saturday night and into Sunday we'll see cooler and fresher conditions filtering in from the northwest, so minimum temperatures across many northern and western areas 11 or 12 degrees. Through into Sunday, and during the course of the afternoon, temperatures certainly lower than compared with Saturday. Again, a cooler and fresher feel to the day, but clearly that will be offset by the increasing amounts of sunshine as the day progresses. So highs around about 16 to 18 degrees are likely, but again, feeling very, very pleasant indeed in the afternoon sunshine. So let's finally summarise that in our weekend weather summary. Saturday the 15th, it will be mostly cloudy. Sporadic regions of rain and drizzle moving southeast through the day, but most of the wet weather will be across northern and western areas, whereas across the extreme south and southeast then some brighter weather is possible. Despite the rather cloudy and damp weather, it will be warm and humid for many. Through into Sunday, patchy light rain and drizzle across the extreme south and southeast will clear, and then the rest of the day will see an improvement in the weather. Brighter sunny spells developing, these becoming increasingly prolonged as the day progresses, and while a cooler and fresher day than compared with Saturday, it will still feel very, very pleasant in the afternoon sunshine. So that's all the details for the forthcoming weekend. Thanks very much for tuning in. We hope you have a great weekend. Obviously, clearly enjoy the weather on Sunday in particular, and I'll be back with you early next week taking a look at the weather for the week ahead.